Yes. Okay. Yes, please follow me on YouTube. I'm already on here. Okay. All right, y'all. So if it's been a minute since you worn anything but leggings, but you have an important event coming up that you need to get dressed for, this video is for you. So we all have our times where we are kind of going through a style rut, or maybe we're in a phase in our life where we're trying to discover what our style is for the first time. Maybe we're trying to discover what it is now after we've gone through some things, but that doesn't stop life from happening. That doesn't stop events from popping up. And now you're trying to figure out, what do I wear to this event that I'm going through or that I'm going to? So I actually came up with this video idea because a follower of mine asked me, she requested that I help her with uh, styling herself for this event. She said that she is I believe she's a hairstylist, and she was getting a really important award. But right now, where she's at in her life, she hasn't really been focusing on her style, and she wants to look good for this event because she's going to be receiving an award, which means that she's going to be seen by people. And she wanted to know, like, what do I wear? How do I show up for this? How do I even begin to figure out what to wear for something like this? And I know that for a lot of people, myself included, at times dressing yourself for an event can actually be very daunting, and it can cause so much anxiety because you already have other things to think about. So, how do I navigate also having to think about what I'm going to wear to this event? Okay. So, if that's you, if you're even curious, if you're in a place where you're like, I don't even know what I would wear to the next brunch or to the next party that I go to or to the next networking event, wherever you got to be or wherever you imagine yourself possibly being, this video is going to help you. It's going to give you step by step information that's going to help you to figure out how to style yourself when you have been in a style rut. Okay. So if you're excited, if you are ready, then we're going to get into it. Before I go into our first step, though, let me know if you have ever felt like this before. If you feel like you have had events and you feel anxiety or you feel concerned, or if your outfit rather is a part where you start to feel concerned about going out, I want you to put me in the chat, okay? Whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching in the replay, just put me in the chat. If you have felt like this, comment me so that I know that I'm talking to the right people. Even if I'm not, you're still watching the video. So that means it's for you. Okay. So as y'all are typing that, we're going to get into step one. Okay. Step one is to start with a feeling. So before you start going shopping, before you start scrolling on any shopping site, anybody's store, I need you to know what it is that you want to feel. Even when I'm styling people for events or for important occasions, the first thing that I ask them is, how do you want to feel at this event? Because I don't know whether you know it or not, but your emotions, your mood actually influences your style, your day-to-day outfits more than you might realize it, right? And so the goal here is to for you to almost like visualize yourself in that space, visualize yourself in the room. If you are going to, let's say you're going to a gala, and this is a gala where other entrepreneurs are going to be there, and you want to feel, let's say you want to feel powerful and you want to feel confident. And the reason why you want to feel confident, I'm about to get a little deep here for a second, but the reason why you want to feel confident is because maybe you're new to entrepreneurship. Maybe you're new to the area, and now you are putting yourself in a position that's uncomfortable because now you're in a room with people who may have had more time and more experience in the industry, or you're just around people where you're like, you tend to feel awkward and uncomfortable in social settings. And so putting yourself out there in a room where you have to network and show up as somebody who knows what they're doing, you need a little boost of confidence. And so one of the first things that you may want to feel is confident. Maybe that's the word, the feeling that you want to have. You want to feel powerful. You want to feel like somebody who is sure of themselves. Maybe you want to have your outfit do the talking. and you want it to be the type of outfit that people notice and it catches their attention and maybe even draws people to you, so that that can be a technique that you use when it comes to socializing and kind of like breaking the ice, right? These are the things that I want you to think about and visualize when it comes to this event. How do you want to feel? Maybe you're not going to a professional setting, maybe you're going out to a day party and it's been a minute since you've been outside and you want to feel sexy. You want to feel like, I feel comfortable in my skin. I want to feel desired. There's nothing wrong with that. And so you are going into these spaces, these events, visualizing the kind of person that you want to be when you show up in the room. Are y'all following me so far? If you are, I want you to type some words that you want to feel when you go to, I want you to visualize an event and I want you to tell me how you want to feel at that event. You don't have to tell me what it is. You don't even have to really know what it is, but I want you to share what are some of those words that you want to feel when you step into the room. And that's going to help guide you for your next event. And maybe you have one that's coming up. How do you want to feel when you go to that event? How do you want to feel when you show up in that room? I know for me, one of the things that I enjoy doing, if anybody else is like me, let me know. But I like going to retreats and like conferences. I love going to professional things like that. And so when I go to these spaces, one of the first things that I want to feel when I go into the room is creative. I want to feel creative. I want my outfit to look creative and interesting because that is a big part of what I do and what I stand for as a brand, as myself. Like the creativity is a big part of what I do. So I want to feel creative. I want it to be interesting. I want it to be like, huh, how does she make that and that go together? Like I never even thought about that before. It's one of my favorite compliments to get because that to me not only showcases like who I am, like it's a great expression and introduction to myself as a person, but it also gets the conversation started. I see D says she wants to feel comfortable and confident. Yes, comfort is so important. It's so important. It's actually one of the words that I put down for how I wanted to feel for the event that this event that I went to. And I'll get to that in a second, but I love that you shared those. And if you're watching the replay again, y'all can make sure that you share your words with me. I would love to hear them, even if you're not catching this live, because I will definitely respond to you. I definitely interact. And I'm curious to know what some of those words are for you. Hey, Corey. Okay, so let's get into our next point. Are y'all ready? Thank you. Are y'all ready? Hold on, let me actually get a little drink of water. If you are ready, I want you to put ready in the chat or do the dancing girl emoji. I know the flamenco dancer in the red dress. Put that in the chat and then I'll know that you're ready to go to the next point. Mm-mm. I already told you what to do. No. No. Kyrie. Go. What? Go get it out the fridge. I never said I was hungry. Mm-hmm. I know you are though. Go ahead. Okay. Are we ready? Ready? All right. Let's get into our next point. So the next step is to create a mood board. Okay. Create a mood board. Now, if you've never created a mood board before, this is basically like a Pinterest board, an album of screenshots in your phone of outfits that you like, those pictures and videos that you save on IG of your favorite fashion influencer. This is your mood board. Okay, no fancy editing skills needed. You don't have to be a artist to do this, but you just need to have a collection of images. Okay, and so this mood board is something that you can either get you get your inspiration from Pinterest, which is like usually my go-to. Pinterest is an amazing search engine. I'm not the kind of person who typically saves outfits when I'm scrolling, but if you are that kind of person, go back through those save folders. In fact, start creating a folder just that you keep on going for fashion inspiration, especially if your style is something that even remotely interests you. Keep a folder of the images. Now, the thing that's important though for this mood board is that you're not creating a board for you're not rebranding. Like you're not like overhauling your closet. You are not revamping your style. You are giving yourself a roadmap for a particular event. So you don't need to have 100 images. I wouldn't have more than 10, but you want to make sure that they are in line with what you translate as the feelings that you described in the first step. So, whatever confident means to you, whatever comfortable means to you, whatever colorful means to you, whatever vibrant means to you, whatever striking, alluring, sexy, whatever those things mean to you in outfit form, I want you to gather those images. And one thing that is like a really cool thing to like think about, and a way for you to not overthink the inspiration piece is that for one, I want you to consider choosing things that you know that you can make 75, 80% of that outfit with what you already have in your closet. Okay. That's one thing. That's always a good rule to have. Like your goal is not to go and stress yourself out trying to shop for this event. And again, we're going to get to shopping in a little bit, but you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. This part really is going to help you to trust yourself and to trust your taste, to trust your ideas, and to give yourself a chance to trust your creativity. So when you look at this outfit, I don't want you to think, is this the right thing to wear for this? I want you to think, it does this make me feel X, Y, and Z? Okay, does that make sense, y'all? Like, are y'all seeing the difference that I'm trying to point out here? So, if the picture, the image, the outfit gives you that feeling, like if it feels like it might give you that feeling, that's what I want you to choose. Okay, that's what I want you to pick. Anything down to colors, like if there's a certain color you're supposed to wear, a certain print you're supposed to wear, if there's a theme for the event, those are all things that you want to take into account as well. But that's not always, you don't always have those kind of guidelines. So think about how you want to feel, what those colors look like, what the fabric looks like, even down to the accessories, even more specifically down to how you want to smell. Like just thinking about the whole presence, like everything that goes along with getting dressed. That's what I want you to consider when you're looking at these pictures. And I'm describing it and I'm breaking down the thought process, but I promise you that when you actually go and look for the pictures, it'll be much more automatic. Like you'll feel it when you see the image. You're like, ooh, I like that. And then add it to it. And if you find yourself in a place where you maybe have 20, 30, 40 pictures and you're starting to feel like you have too much, go back through them and like edit and be like, okay, I like this, but this doesn't really match the season, or I don't really know if I can find this in X amount of time, or maybe I think I would feel more comfortable in this. And so go and kind of like edit it and make sure that again, not only does it capture your vision, but it's also something that you feel like you can execute. At least again, about 75, 80% of the outfit, you should feel like you should be able to execute it. All right. Y'all sticking with me so far. I see you tapping the screen. I see y'all commenting. I love it, and I hope that you're getting something from it so far, and it's like getting your wheels turning. If you ever have any questions while I'm talking about this, drop your questions, and I will definitely get to them. Probably towards the end of the live, but again, if you have any questions, anything you want me to clarify, anything that comes to your mind as I'm talking, make sure you drop them in the chat. Okay. So, are we ready for step number three? Step number three. I should have been putting my fingers up this whole time. Step number three. Are we ready for it? If you're ready, put ready in the chat. Put the dancing girl emoji in the chat if you are prepared. We are going to get into my favorite. Is it my favorite? I think this might be my favorite step, actually. It's my favorite step because I think that it really stretches your creativity when it comes to getting dressed. Okay, I see the dancing girls. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're ready. So, step number three is to shop your closet. Shop your closet. If you've heard of that term before, let me know because I used to talk about shopping your closet. I've been talking about this for like oh, ever? It feels like forever. But I started saying it back in like maybe like 2018. 2017, 2018, something like that. But it is literally going through your closet and seeing what you have. And I know that, like, for most of us, we probably feel like when we look in our closet, we don't have anything to wear. And there's actually some psychology that explains why we feel like that. I literally just read about it in this book that I'm reading called Big Dress Energy. And the reason why you might feel like you don't have anything to wear when you look in your closet, one of the reasons, because there are a couple of reasons why you might feel like that, but one of the reasons why is because of this idea of novelty making us feel excited. So novelty, like when you get something new, when you get something fresh, like, like the fresh pair of forces. You get, like, there's some people who literally, like, once their forces start getting a little dingy, they're out, and then they go and get a fresh pair of forces. Like, they're buying forces like clockwork, right? Like, that novelty, that freshness, that newness, like that feeling that you get when you pick up a new piece, like that feeling is something that we can get kind of addicted to. And so you might feel like when you look in your closet, you don't feel excited because your stuff doesn't feel new to you. Your stuff doesn't feel new to you. Stop it, mask. It doesn't feel new, it doesn't feel fresh. And so you might not even want to look in it. Like, you're like, look, I already know what's in there. I know I ain't got nothing I can put on. Ain't nothing in there finna work for me. I'm gonna go ahead and just find something new to wear. But what we fail to realize is that most people rotate between about like six pieces or six outfits from their entire wardrobe. But you probably have more clothes that you've never worn. Like, you probably have clothes you haven't seen in over a year. You probably have stuff that you ain't seen since you bought it because you didn't know how to style it when you got it. Don't you? I'm that does. I'm not calling nobody out, but if it applies to you, just take it and let it roll on down. And so your closet doesn't feel cohesive. Yes, and there's actually some steps that can help you to feel like your closet is more cohesive. And that's something that, if that's something that y'all want me to do a separate video on, let me know. Do y'all want to talk about your closet and, like, how to like fall back in love with your closet again? If y'all do, let me know. I'll put that, and I'll add that to my list of content. If you do, just say yes, and then I'll know what you're talking about. But I don't have enough time in this video to get into it today, but that is actually like a whole other thing. Thank you, Brittany. So yeah, you might actually be in a place where you don't, you just, when you go in there, you're just like, no, I'm good. Let me just go ahead and find something new, something fresh. But the reason why I encourage you to shop your closet is because you actually have more in there than you realize. And you are typically drawn to the same things, even if it's been years. Like, I've always been in love with, like, short skirts, especially like mini skirts or things that show my legs. And I didn't realize that that's always been a part of my style, even from childhood. Like, I have a picture that I just scrolled by not too long ago where I had on a skirt that I made, and it was a tiger print skirt, and it was like real, 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 real short. And it had the shorts under it so that it could look like it got the skirt look, but it's got the comfort of the shorts. And I didn't realize, like, that's a silhouette, that's a style that I have consistently liked throughout most of my life. And so when I'm going and I'm getting inspiration, I'm most likely still drawn to those same things, which means that it's a higher probability that I already have it in my closet, right? And so when we do when we do our closet shopping, we're not going into it trying on everything in our closet. Okay? That's not the goal. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is going through to find the pieces that align with the inspiration that we found in the last step. Okay? That's all we're focusing on. We're not trying to detox our closet. We're not trying to overhaul our wardrobe. You're putting way too much dip on your chip. Just focus on what pieces do I have in my closet that aligns with the vision that I've already created in this last step, that is inspired by the way that I want to feel in the first step. You see how it's all coming together already? Like, I'm getting excited because I feel like this is it's like literally like breaking down the process of getting dressed and showing you that it's not that complicated. The emotions of it all, and the feelings of I'm so behind, and there's so many other things that could go into it, y'all, that might make you feel like you don't have anything to wear, but you really do. But our emotions, the way that we feel, the way the relationship that we have with our style can really cloud our judgment when it comes to actually getting dressed. And so I think I might touch on that a little bit more, but for the sake of staying on schedule, I won't go too far on that tangent. But there is a lot more emotion tied to getting dressed than we might realize. Okay. So these steps are designed to help you to stay on track so that you can accomplish your goals, so that when you get to this event, you can look good. Okay. You're looking exactly how you envision, you look exactly, and you're feeling exactly how you envision in the first step. So just to do a quick recap for the people that came in a little bit later, we are talking about how to get dressed for an event when you don't know your style, or when you're discovering your style. This is still going to apply to you as well. The first step that we had is to start with the feeling. How do you want to feel when you show up at this event? Step two was to create a mood board, which is just a collection of images that matches how you want to feel. And we just went through step three, is to shop your closet. Okay. We're focusing on the things that are in there that match the shape of the outfits, the silhouettes, the styles, the color, the fabrics. What do you have already that aligns with what you have chosen as your inspiration? Okay? Any questions about that part? Are we good on that? I think this is where, yeah, this is where I had the example, but I don't have my other phone with me right now. But I had an example of a time where I had an event that popped up like suddenly. So I'll give y'all a little bit backstory on it. So I was invited to an influencer event, and this was my first invitation to an influencer event. Like, I had never been invited to one before, and it was not even on my radar because it wasn't something that I didn't even like request it. I don't know how they found me. I still don't know how they found me. I meant to ask, like, how did you even find me to invite me to this? And so I was already automatically feeling a little inadequate. And I don't think I ever like really talked about this before, but I was feeling inadequate. And the reason why I was feeling like that is because this was an influencer event, and in my head I didn't feel like I qualified to be invited to anything like that. I didn't feel like I had enough followers. I didn't feel like I'd had enough brand deals. I didn't feel like I matched the aesthetic of what was considered an influencer, even though I always known that I am an influencer. But when it comes to like the metrics and the numbers and things like that, there are certain hierarchies when it comes to influencing that I felt like I wasn't at like influencer event level yet. Thank you, Cadillac John. Happy Thursday. And so that was what I was feeling. And so I'm explaining this to y'all because this is how we end up getting into a place where we start feeling like we are frustrated with our closets, and we're frustrated with our style because we're already comparing ourselves to other people. So in my head, instead of this being a fun event to go to, I immediately turned it into a competition. And when I make it a competition, now I'm thinking I got to be the best dressed. I got to come up with the most creative outfit. I got to come up with the most bold outfit. I had to make sure that I look like I belong here, like I'm supposed to be here. And all of those thoughts are now impacting my judgment when it comes to my style. Okay. Now, had this been a different point in my life, I wouldn't have picked up on that. And that stress would have driven me, not me being aligned with who I am and how I want to dress. Right. And so for this event, I had I don't remember what the timeline was for how when I found out I was invited to when it happened, but I know I didn't have a whole lot of time. And so that meant that I had to shop my closet. I had to go through my closet and I had to find some things that matched how I wanted to feel for this event. And so one of the things that I wanted to feel edgy. Like I felt like it was like a nighttime thing. We were in a penthouse and I wanted to feel like cool. Like I'm in the city, I'm hanging out, I'm having a good time. I wanted to have like an edgy look that I felt like matched the mood. Thank you, Amber. And so that was the outfit that I went with. It doesn't sound weird, Cadillac John. I wanted to have a look that matched us. I wanted to be edgy, but I also wanted to be comfortable because again, I'm going to the city. I'm finna be in DC and I don't know how long I'm finna be walking. So I don't want to have uncomfortable shoes. I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel cute. Thank you. I want to feel cute, but I also don't want I don't want my feet to be hurting at the end of the day. I don't want my ankles giving out on me. I don't want none of that. I don't want no smoke. So that was what motivated me. So I ended up wearing this like this trench coat that was camo. So one half of the camo was like a regular, green, black camo, and on the other side it was red and white. It's like a half and half. My mom had given it to me like maybe like a week ago or something like that. And then on top of the camo jacket, I had this like black like harness kind of thing, like it had the belt to it and it had the straps. And so just from those two pieces, I basically had an outfit. Now all I had to do was like, put something simple under it because I knew that that was going to be like the star of the show. And then I wore my flat thigh high boots, right? So nothing, I literally did not purchase anything new. No new clothes was purchased. I didn't even purchase makeup, accessories, all of that stuff. The only thing that I guess was like new was what I was given to wear, right? But it matched the mood that I had, the energy that I wanted to portray with the outfit. And on top of that, I ended up getting like so many compliments, so many compliments on it. And I was like, wow, okay, okay, I like this. I really like this. And so I ended up feeling, not only did I end up feeling really confident at the event, regardless of whether I got any compliments or not, I still felt good. But the compliments were like the icing on the cake, or cherry on top, rather. And I also just enjoyed myself while I was there. I made some great connections, people that I'm still cool with now, and people who have more followers than me. They do more and get invited to more things, but I was able to feel comfortable and confident in my own skin because I showed up exactly how I wanted to. And I didn't compare myself to anybody in order to do that. Okay? So all of that to say, all of that to demonstrate how there's so much more. Hey, friend. There's so much more that goes into getting dressed than you might realize. And that might be what is clouding your judgment when it comes to getting dressed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these just got did. Just got did. Hey, y'all. We are talking about how to dress up when you don't know your style. If you are in a place where you have had a minute, thank you, friend. It's been a minute since you really discovered what your style is. Maybe you never really had a style, or you feel like you didn't have a style, or maybe you're in a like a weird transition period, but that's not stopping the opportunities from coming. What do you do? How do you get dressed for it? I'm helping you figure that out. We just finished talking about step 3, which is shopping your closet. And now we are going to be moving on to step 4. So if you're ready for step 4, put ready in the comments, drop the dancing girl emoji in the red dress, and that's going to let me know that we are ready to move on to the next one. You walk better in block heels? I'm a big fan of, I like block heels, I like kitten heels. I like I'm getting hot, y'all. I like kitten heels. I like platforms. Platforms are good too. All right, I see the ready. D is ready. Who else is ready? I'm gonna wait for one more ready and then I'm gonna go and cool myself off a little bit. It almost feels like the AC ain't on. This is that fan from TikTok shop, y'all. It's like this is real life. This is like a real good fan. Real good fan. Are we ready? 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 Is it really kind of like you enjoy wearing them? Oh wait, actually, let me get some water too before we go to the next part. I'm waiting for one more ready. Who else is ready? What's happening back there? Yeah, nah, the summer is we're like coming towards like the end of the heat wave, and so I'm grateful for that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. So our next oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So our next step 4 is to try on and take photos. Okay. And this one is a step that most people skip. And one of my theories is that it's because people you don't realize how good you look until you're looking at yourself in a picture and not in the mirror. Like, I don't know, have you ever had a time where you put something on, or like you let's say you got your hair done. Let's say you let's take out of fashion for just a second. Let's say you just got your hair done, and maybe it's like it's a new style for you, and you're not really used to wearing your hair this way. And so when you first look at it, you're like, um, I don't know how I feel about this. Has anybody else ever had that experience before? You just like you look at it and you're like, it's not bad, but it's different, and I don't really know how I feel about it. And so you keep the hairstyle obviously because you paid for it, but in the back of your head you're like, I don't know. Like, it kind of has to grow on you, right? And then let's say like you maybe you like got a picture, or your stylist got a picture, and you see your stylist post a video or a picture of this hairstyle, and now all of a sudden you're like, no, wait a minute, I didn't realize like that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working with. Like, that's how it really looks. Like, for some reason the perception of it feels different when you're just looking at it as a picture, as opposed to looking at yourself in it, especially in the moment. And so yeah, it takes some time to start feeling it. And so you gotta let it, like, let it simmer a little bit. And so you're not gonna sit in the clothes all day, obviously. But one of the biggest benefits is that you get to see what it looks like from a more objective perspective, right? Now, the second thing is that it gives you a reference point for later. So taking pictures, even if you don't have the full outfit together, this is not a full glam situation. All right. No makeup, no hair done required. Your nails ain't got to be done. Nothing got to be done. You just need to see what you have already, taking pictures, putting it together, see how you feel in it, look at it, and let that be your reference point, and use it as like your documentation, as opposed to this being something that needs to be perfect and polished so you can post it. Okay. So taking pictures, look at it objectively, and ask yourself some questions about it. Like, do I feel like this matches how I want to dress? Do I like how these colors go together? Do I feel like I maybe need to pin it here, add something here? Do I need to zhuzh it up a little bit? Do I need to dress it down a little bit? Like, look at it and see how it matches up with your inspiration from step 2. Okay? Y'all following me so far? And the goal here is not for it to be perfect. Even at the finished product at the end, the goal is not for it to be perfect. The goal is for it to align as closely as possible with what you envisioned when you created the energy you want to embody in step 1. Okay. The biggest takeaway from all of this, as we're going through the steps, is that I want you to see that what you visualize and what you envision for yourself can actually manifest. Like, you can actually take what you're thinking, take how you want to feel, and take the inspiration from your head and have it on your body. And you don't have to have $1 million to do it. Yeah. Okay. We're good so far. We're good so far. Okay. So try the clothes on, take the pictures. Okay. That's step 4. All right. Are you ready for the next step? Are you ready to talk a little bit about some shopping and what the shopping looks like. It's not gonna be a full-blown shopping tutorial though. I do actually have that's actually one of my other video ideas that I wanted to but I wanted to give y'all for shopping, like how to shop. Literally how to shop. And I don't even know what to call it other than that. Like literally like learn how to shop. Like here's how you shop. Cuz that's something that I realized like we really weren't taught how to do that. We just go in the store and hope for the best. Oh, that's a good idea, Cadillac John. Cadillac John says that he likes to go in, try things on, and get the opinions of the salespeople. I used to love. I worked at H&M, and I used to love when people asked me for advice on their clothes. Like I feel like people might feel like they're being a nuisance, but I personally loved it. Like I enjoyed it. I love when we got to play like I got to like style them a little bit, and I think it was also really cool because people could ask me questions without feeling like I was trying to push clothes on them because we didn't get paid by commission. I didn't get no commission. I'm getting paid my regular rate, and we're having fun. So that's something that that's actually a really good one. I'm glad you shared that. That isn't one of my things on the list, but I think I might add that to the list because that's actually good. Oh, okay. All right. So let's get into. Are we ready for step three? And not step three. Are you ready for step five? Ready to talk about shopping? If you are, put ready in the comments. Cool myself down again. Put ready in the comments. Put the dancing girl emoji. Let me know that we are ready. We are on. This is actually the final step. So this is the part that I know many of y'all are like, okay, like when are we going to get to this? You ready, D? Okay. D's ready, y'all. D's ready. Let's go. So step five is to fill in the gaps. Okay. Fill in the gaps. We are going to make a list of the things that we need to complete our look. All right. So, and this is a really good practice to have just in general, because this is going to help you to not to overspend less. Hopefully to not overspend at all, but like if you have like a shopping habit, I got a little bit of one. All right, don't look too hard at me. But I got a little bit of a shopping problem. But if you have like a shopping problem, this is going to help you to scale back on that, tone down on that. And this is just a good habit to have outside of having a special event, right? But makeup is your fill in the gap right now. What things for makeup? What items? So make a short list. So whether that is a statement earring, these are these I shopped my mom's closet for these. She gave them to me. But it feel is it a statement earring? Is it the right shoe to complete the look? Is it a bag? A lot of times you'll find that accessories make everything better. Hey, Becky. Accessories make everything better. Like sometimes the outfit, you don't like the outfit because you don't have accessories for it. So don't underestimate the power of accessories. Sometimes we feel like we need whole new clothes and a whole new wardrobe. You might just need an accessory. You might just need an accessory. So look at it, put the outfits on, go back to your pictures that we took, and I want you to take note of, okay, this is what I need. Thank you, Becky. This is what I need to complete this look and to like really fill this out. I'm looking at my inspiration that I got from my mood board, and I'm realizing that I'm really feeling the outfits where they have a belt that cinches their waist. I don't have a belt, but I think that a belt would complete this outfit. Let me go and find it, right? We're shopping smarter. Now it's not harder, shopping smarter. This is when you finally step foot into a store. Okay. I know a lot of times people like to go to the store when they realize they got the event coming up. Please don't do that. Please stop doing that, y'all. Please stop doing that. That's like a whole tangent by itself that I think that I will save for the for the how to shop video, because don't go to the store thinking that it's going to give you the outfit that you're looking for. if you don't know first what you want. If you don't even know how you want to feel, don't go to the store. Okay. All it's going to do is disappoint you and frustrate you more. All right. So go in with a plan in place. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Becky. She said that's like going to the market when you're hungry. Zone. Zone do it. Okay. It's not a good look. It's not helping you reach your goals at all. Okay. Buy only what you need to make your outfit complete. Okay. Only get the pieces that make it feel finished. This is going to finish, it's going to polish it off, it's going to make it look good, it's going to clean it up with a nice little bow. That's all that we're looking for. Okay, we're not, again, we are not trying to overhaul our wardrobe. We are not shaming ourselves for not knowing our style. We're not trying to overcompensate by buying a bunch of clothes to make up for how we feel about our wardrobe, about our bodies. Okay, we're not doing any of that. All we're doing is getting what we need to look good for this event that we're doing. And one thing that I didn't mention as a step, but is like a thread, a common thread for each of these steps is to make sure that you stay on track. Okay? Stay on track. Get back to the point. Get back to the purpose of why we are picking out an outfit, which is for an event. Okay, this is not, we're not doing a full style overhaul. We're just trying to look good for this thing. So stay focused. It's going to help you feel less overwhelmed. It's going to help you to actually accomplish your goals and show up how you want to look. And it's going to make, you're going to look good in the end. You're going to feel good in the end, which is what you really want, right? Like you want to feel good, you want to look good, and you don't want to have to spend a bunch of money to do it. You feel called out. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry though. I'm not sorry. If you're just meeting me for the first time, I am consistently in people's business. I am always yelling. I'm always in your business because this is how much I care, y'all. Like this is how much I care, and these are the things that I notice, and this is the stuff that I know that people are feeling, but they're not saying it. And so this is what you get when you come to me. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Cadillac John. This is my first time meeting you, and you are beautiful. Thank you, Mask. Thank you, Becky. Okay, so here's like just a quick reminder, y'all, that you don't have to shop. The mall isn't the only place that you can shop. Okay, how many of us know that the mall or TikTok shop either? TikTok shop is not the only place you can shop. Now you can find some great stuff on TikTok, but that's not your only options. You can go to the thrift stores. You can upcycle your clothes. You can repurpose them. You can add a little razzle dazzle to them. You can get things to add to your clothes rather than buying new clothes. You can also borrow people's clothes. Do you have friends that are similar sizes? Y'all want to know something that I learned recently? Yeah, there's other stores. I know. I just blew your mind. But I learned recently that most of Gen Z, not most of Gen Z, a high percentage of Gen Z is a part of a clothing swap group. Did y'all know that? Like there people are just like in groups with people where they swap clothes with them. What? I had no idea. Yeah, yeah, they out here being like real life sisterhood of the traveling pants. And here we are. If you're I'm a millennial. Actually, shout out, show what generation are y'all in? I know it's not fashion related. What generation are y'all in? Out of curiosity, I'm a millennial. What generation y'all in? I'm not a part of a group like that. I'm over here just buying all my stuff. Well, no, I'm not really, because I told y'all I got these from my mom. But if I didn't have my mom, who I'm getting clothes from? Geriatric millennial. You're Gen Z D. Oh, nice. I love it. We multi-generational. Millennials struggle with recycling. We waste, yeah. I don't know what our deal is. I think that it's because of I think it's because I think we were in the generation where it was really starting to become more important to people, like more popular. But we were like in that transition phase. I feel like Gen Z is in a place where like it's more like commonplace, and it's like why haven't you been doing this? Yeah, we were definitely raised to need a new outfit for everything. Yeah, boomer parent. We started. Yeah, exactly, Becky. Yeah, like it started with us, but we was like that. That weird place where it's like we're not all on the same page, but it's some of us doing it. Some of us doing it. So but there's like clothing swap groups. Get you in one of those. I now I got to do like a deep dive on that, and I got to report back and let y'all know what these groups are and what they're called, so that you can be a part of it too. But even if you have like if you're not a part of a clothing swap group, but you do have friends that are similar size, if your parents similar size, siblings, like if you have people around that y'all can share resources and share the clothes that you got, then that's also an option too. Like I'm always like asking like my mom or my sister, like, do you have a purse that's this color? Or, do you have makeup that does this, or an earring that does X, Y, and Z? Like use your resources to get what you need, so that even if you can't afford to do like the full overhaul, you can't afford like the full thing that you want for this one event. It's just one event. Don't 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 lose yourself over this one event. You can still look good without it causing chaos and wreaking havoc in your life. It's so fun. I love dressing up. I just feel like I wish that more people just dressed up just because. Like just put some clothes on. Just put some clothes on. But we're talking about an event. I'm sorry. I won't get on my soapbox with that. But these are the steps, y'all. This is how you get yourself that outfit that matches the energy, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel confident, sexy, striking, alluring, creative, clean, sophisticated, whatever those feelings, whatever those words are. I want you to know that you have everything that you need to look your best. Everything that you need. There are websites you can rent clothes or sign for them to send different dresses monthly. Yeah. I haven't necessarily found ones that I like, and it's interesting. There's a lot of research done on like groups of people shop, what groups of people rent their wardrobe versus ones that own it. And I think that for Black women, I think that we really never jumped on board with that. Like a lot of us don't do the renting wardrobe thing. But there's kind of like some politics involved in that as well, and just some things that in terms of accessibility and the variety, like the clothing options, the size options, that I think still needs a lot of work when it comes to the wardrobe renting space. But that is also still an option. That's also still an option for sure. So those are the steps, y'all. Let me go back through them one more time for you. What do I think of ankle bracelets? I love ankle bracelets. I love anklets. Okay, so we're gonna go through the steps one more time, and then I'm gonna answer some questions because I do remember D asked a question. I'm gonna scroll up and see what your question was. If y'all have any questions for me, drop them in the comments, and we'll start that whole section of this live stream. So the first thing that we're gonna do if we're getting ready for an event and you don't know your style is you are going to start with how you want to feel. Start with the feeling. Number two, we're creating a mood board, which is simply a collection of images that matches what you want. Remember, do not do more than 10. Okay. Do not do more than 10 images. You don't need that much to get the gist of what you want to look like. Number three, we are shopping our closets. Start with your closet. Okay. Go there first. Number four, try on the clothes and take pictures. Perfection is not required. We are using this to document so we can refer to it later. Number 5, fill in the gaps. This is where we finally get to shop. And we are only purchasing the things that we need to complete our outfit, or borrowing or renting the things that we need to finish our outfit. Okay. I usually go to my closet last and find all the hidden gems. Yeah, please go to your closet first. Please go to your closet first. You subscribe. Thank you, Cadillac John. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. I'm over here. So if y'all don't know, I'm over here on YouTube as well. That's why you see me like looking over, looking all around town. So if you are not subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you get subscribed so that if you did miss the live stream, you can come back and you can see everything that I talked about. I broke down every step in so much detail. So if you want to learn how to get dressed up for an event and find your style for it, then this is where you want to go. Hopefully, I've done a great job in making it simple for you and making it feel like you can do each step, because that's the goal when I do this and talk about this, because I want to make it simple for you to get dressed. It shouldn't be complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. But when our emotions are involved, and they usually are, it can make it feel so much more challenging than it really is. Okay. I don't get that many guys, Cadillac John. I don't, but I welcome them. I love y'all all the same. Yeah, start with how you feel. Yeah, you want to know what's funny is that we're usually starting with how we want to feel, even if it's subconscious. So the only thing that I'm doing is I'm pointing it out. I'm pointing it out so that you can realize, oh, this is what I want to feel. This is what I'm trying to go for. D, you asked a question, but I think it might have been a while ago. Would you mind dropping it back in the comments for me if you're still here? I remember seeing it, but I think I was on like step maybe like 4 when I saw it. So if you still have that question, please drop it for me. Anybody else that has questions, let me know. Should I get a purse for an accessory? You should always have a purse. You should always have a purse. Now, the question is, what kind of purse? Do you want something for are you asking like should you get a purse as the accessory for the event? Like in question? Can we see the Utada? Yeah, actually you can. Let me see. You won't be able to see it that good on YouTube though. Let me see. Okay. Eh. On YouTube, I'm gonna have to do a full like video for y'all so you can see it. This is the skirt that I made. Oh, you can see it a little bit. This is the skirt that I made. This is my green mesh top. I got this from Marshall's. It was like, yeah, it was super cheap. It was like $12. But this shirt has got so much use. It has been fully employed. And then I took it, I twisted it, and then I tucked it under my bra. Yeah, nope. It's twisted. Let me show you real fast. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cadillac John. So you see, I took the shirt, I twisted it once, twice, and then I wanted it to kind of have like a bow effect. So I tucked it like that. And then I kind of played around with it till it had the shape that I wanted. Thank you. I was actually inspired by one of my fashion creator friends. She did something. She didn't do this to her shirt, but she kind of like tucked it and she had a mini skirt on. And I saw it last night, so I was inspired by that. Yeah, I'm gonna find a way to tie up these shirts. No, I don't. I'm not a big tights person, but I kind of want to be one again. Giving butterfly wings. Yeah. I thought that it kind of gave like a little, yeah. Yeah, you caught the vision. That's what I was trying to get it to go for. Okay. Kate Spade. I don't own any Kate Spade purses. I did have like a pair of Kate Spade shoes at some point, but Kate Spade is a good quality brand for sure. It's a good quality brand, but I think that if you're asking like what you should consider when it comes to a purse, I'm going to say the same thing that I would say when it comes to anything that's related to fashion. Is it something that you can see yourself wearing at all? Like, can you imagine what type of outfits you would wear it for? What kind of occasions you would wear it for? Is it something that's practical for you? Now, practical is different for everybody. That means different things. For me, I'm not a big fan of clutches. I don't like holding things. I like my hands to be free. So I'm typically going to go with a crossbody or something with a strap that's long enough for me to just like let it hang on my shoulder. And so if it's a clutch, no matter how cute it is, I'm most likely not going to get it unless it's something that's like really really unique that I feel like I just got to have, and it'll just be one of those like statement pieces that I pick up from time to time. But I tend to go for bags that I can see myself wearing on multiple occasions. So I'm not a big fan of like the big like hobo bags. It's not because they're ugly or anything like that. Some of them are ugly to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's not. It's just too big. It's too much bag for me. So I'm not a big tote person, not a hobo bag person. And so those are all things that I think about when it comes to picking out a bag. So those ask yourself those questions, and let that be your deciding factor when it comes to picking out a purse. You laughing at what I said about hobo bags? Y'all, I just they're so unstructured. They just have no structure to them. And I think that's also something that I learned about myself is I really enjoy bags that can hold, like they can stand up. Like stop. I feel like hobo bag, they're weak in the knees, and I need my bag to stand up. So I tend to go for bags that got a little bit more like structure to them, a little cardboard or some plastic in there, some stability. You can't be flopping around everywhere. That's just it's too much. It's too much. Only for the beach. I like straps and correct. Correct. Thanks for being here, John. Thanks for holding it down over here on YouTube. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Were there any other questions, y'all? What kind of bags am I the friend? The friend that did what? Yeah. Are you? Do you? What's kind of style bag is your favorite? I got one. I can show y'all exactly what I'm talking about too. So this is another bag that actually I got from my mom too. Y'all, my mom has excellent taste in clothes. I don't know if I ever told y'all that, but she really does. Anytime I've styled her, actually not anytime, but most times when I style her, I'm just picking out stuff from her closet. I'm just going through her closet. I shop her closet hard. Okay. But I like bags like this. This one is like a really good size. Like this is how it looks in comparison to my head. Decent size, bright color. It's a cool shape. It's got an animal print to it. I'm definitely gonna lean for animal print. And then you see here, it's got the handle, so I can do a cute little moment like this. But it also has like the convertible strap. So when I get tired of holding it, I can just put this on my shoulder, across my body. Hands are free. So this is usually, if I have to go for any style of bag, it's going to usually be something like this, and then it just stands up on its own. I know the pieces, just not always how to put them together. Yeah. And so like that's why it's so cool. Like try this approach out one day. Just for fun. Like imagine, pretend like you're going to an event. Even if you don't have an event to go to, pretend like you're going to an event. And but make that a challenge for yourself and see, like test out these steps for yourself just to see, like is Jada really know what she's talking about, or is she tripping? Try it out for yourself and let me know if it feels like you it's easier for you to get dressed now, because that's a lot of times what happens. You just don't know. You just need inspiration for your own stuff sometimes. Small and structured. Yeah. If I ever had a handbag line, that's what you can expect. Now I would probably have more like fun prints and like play with fabrics and textures and stuff like that. But overall, you're gonna get you a nice mid-size, medium size bag. It's gonna have structure to it. Am I wearing heels with the outfit right now? No. I'm wearing flats with it right now. I have on these sandals that I got from I didn't wear these so much I didn't took the thing off. I think the brand's Cushion Air. But I like these because they're like they look fancy, but they're flats. Yeah. So I could do heels with this outfit. And when I take pictures in it, when I'm gonna do a utada, so I might wear the pink heels. I got some pink platform heels I might wear because I really want to have pink in this outfit. How do you dress up outfits without heels? So, okay, I'm glad you asked that question. So, first thing that I'm gonna tell you, I have a whole playlist on my page. So if you go to my TikTok, I have a whole playlist of how to dress up without wearing heels. But one thing that I will definitely tell you is that the summertime is the perfect time to play around with outfits without heels because we got sandals. Sandals is just like a foolproof way of looking fancy without doing too much. So and there's so many different styles of sandals too. So if you want something like I feel like the ones that I showed you, I chose these because they have like the sparkle to them. So this looks good. I can wear this with a lot of my outfits. One because it's silver, so it's neutral. I can wear it with a bunch of stuff. I tend to like to wear sparkly things anyway, so it goes with the outfit overall. But it looks fancier because it's got the gems on it. So this is like my dress up one. But you can also get sandals that have the strap around the ankle, so it kind of gives like that effect of wearing a strappy heel, but you're not wearing a heel. Another thing that you can do, another thing I would suggest, especially when it starts getting a little bit cooler, is to get platform shoes. I got so many platform shoes. I like the height that it gives me, but I like it mostly because it lengthens my legs, but it doesn't feel like I'm wearing heels. So that's another one that I don't think I've ever mentioned that before, but get platform sneakers, regular like platform like loafers, shoes you could just slip on, platform boots. And the shoes that I wore for the outfit that I described earlier, they are Steve Madden shoes. I was like on the hunt for thigh high boots that didn't have a heel, so they're my go-to when it comes to me wanting to wear an outfit that looks good and it's like covering up my legs a little bit, but I don't have to wear heels to make it happen. So find you a couple of good shoes that you like that like kind of mimic the style of the heels that you like, but they're flats. All right. Yeah. And then yes, I do wear boots. I wear boots all year round. All year round. It don't matter. I don't care. I'll wear a boot right now. I promise I don't care. I don't think that there's any I don't think there's a bad season for boots. I think I just gotta if I'm not in the mood for it, then I won't wear it. But especially after like the whole Cowboy Carter tour, I think we've all witnessed that boots are a year round thing. And apparently you can wear fur in the summer. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Oh, hey Lasagna from last night or yesterday. It's nice to meet you. Or nice not meet you, but nice to see you again. Does that help, D? Are there any other style questions that y'all got? This is fun. I didn't realize it. One thing that I haven't one thing that I haven't talked about more that I really want to get into is undergarments, but it's like particularly bras because we had a moment. Yeah, I can answer that for you, John. We had a moment where we were trying to. My mom has It's a couple of things I've been trying to get my mom to do, y'all. So she has her own style. You know, she's always had style, but she's in a place now where she's able to wear different things and wear things that she didn't used to be able to fit and wear. And so one of those things is strapless tops. And so we were trying to, I had put like this really cute outfit together for her for an event, but I couldn't figure out how to make the top work. And it was stressing me out because I was like, this outfit is so cute, but it's not working. And it was because we needed a different bra, like a different strapless bra. Now, I thought at first that the problem was the shape of the bra. Y'all, the whole time, she just needed a completely different size bra. We tried the outfit on. We tried the top on after getting the right bra, and literally everything was fine. Everything was the only problem was the bra. Sometimes your underwear is messing up your outfit. I think that's just like the gist of it. Sometimes your outfit is messing it up. If you don't know your bra size, your real bra size, please learn your bra size because it might be messing up your outfit. It might be messing up your outfits. Like I've had so many times where there's like if I just had this, then I could wear it. Has anybody else had that experience? Have you ever had like your undergarments mess up your outfit before? It doesn't have to just be a bra, but just like if you felt it, just put me because it makes me wonder how many people realize that your bra might be the problem. I'm getting into style more for myself because I am 50 and need a change. Oh, congratulations. Okay. How's the journey been so far? Okay. And then John says, my mom gave me a wig. What do you think of wigs? I think I love wigs. Before I locked my hair, I was like really getting into them. Um, I feel like the biggest thing is knowing what kind of style wig you want. Like if you're going to go full lace, and it's like you got to make sure your edges is laid down and the glue is right, and it's one of the ones that you got to get installed. I'm not a big fan of those, but I'm also not a fan of the ones that kind of look like plastic. Like I don't like when the hair looks like plastic either. So I think it comes down to like the quality of the wig and sometimes just having like the right style for yourself. I'm partial to ones that have an actual part to it and like a deep part. Like y'all know sometimes in wigs we have like them little short parts. Where is that going? Where is that going? I need a full length driveway. I don't need this little with this little snippet here that you got. So yeah, if you have the right one, it looks good, and you can still find some that are a good price that's not too much. Like you can get some good wigs for less than $100. I've found some that are good that are less than 50, but again, I haven't worn a wig in so long that they might have more options now under $50. But usually that was around the sweet spot. So like somewhere between 50 and 100, I could find a good wig that will last me a while. It's been pretty good because I haven't gotten into the wigs yet. Yeah, I think that if I were to get back into like if I was ever gonna start wearing wigs again, which I could, even though I have locks, but if I did, I would want one where I don't have to lay down the edges. I don't want it, I would want something glueless. And I think ideally I would love for it to be able to have my natural hairline. So I like when the wigs sit back a little bit more because I'm the kind of person that even my look overall, I have a little bit of roughness to my style, if that makes sense. Like I'm not gonna ever be like perfectly polished or like done to the max. Like I'm not a full glam girl. I'm more of a like it's still glamorous, but it's got I'm okay with the imperfections. Like I don't need it to be always like sleek and slick and I don't have to do the sleek slick look. Like and it's just not me. And it's something that I've grown to admire about myself, love about myself. Like my edges, y'all don't never see me lay down my edges because I feel like it's way too much work and the payoff does not last long enough for me. And I love when edges is laid down. I love when they look good. I'm not a big like baby hair swirl girl, but I like it when it's like nice and you know close to the scalp. But I don't need it to be. I don't need it to be perfectly polished. Hey LT, I got a sewing for the first time. Yeah, I was a sewing girly. Ooh, I love sew-ins. I really did. And I would do my own sew-ins too. So I just again I liked that I like when it looks natural, but I also like real natural. Not like it's growing from my scalp necessarily, but like it looks like it can be a little worn in, but it still looks good because that's what natural is to me. I don't have very many pictures of my sewing days. I got one picture and it's on Facebook. Yeah. I'm teaching you how to dress. I'm teaching you how to get dressed. I'm actually it's the end of the stream, towards the end of it. I went through all of the tips already. Oh, you're welcome, Cadillac John. Thanks for coming by. So if you are just coming in and you missed it, I will be the replay for this will be on my YouTube channel. So make sure that you go, you subscribe, you check it out. This is helpful if you do have an event coming up, but it's also I challenge everybody that even if you don't have an event to go to, that you still try out this strategy just because, just to see it, just to test it out and see if if following these steps helps you to achieve the desired result that you want to have, which is to look good and to feel good when you step out. That's the goal here. And to show you that even if you don't know what your style is, that doesn't mean that you can't still look good. Because you can. And you can do it without spending a bunch of money. Thank you for the follow. Yes. Yeah. Make sure you follow, subscribe. There is a summarized version of everything that I talked about on my most recent post on TikTok. So make sure you go and check that out too. But if you want like the full in-depth breakdown, all the examples and the details, then I went through that in this video. Thank you. Of most of my jewelry, actually, both of these things were given to me by my mom, y'all. I be feeling bad because I want to be able to tell y'all, like, link is in the bio. It's not. It's not. Hey, V Love. Y'all, okay. So the last thing that I want to share with y'all is that a lot of these tips that I shared are actually things that you can continue doing the work for. Thank you, V Love. You can continue doing this work in the Own Your Style journal. So this is the journal that I created, and it is a makeover in a book. I promise you, makeover in a book. And here's what I want you to do. Okay. If you already know you want the book, you already know you're at the place where you need it and you know you need to find your style, go ahead and get the book now. But if you are in a place where you want to test out the theory, you want to try me out for size and see how it works, try the steps from this video first. And if I helped you to get dressed, then I want you to come back to this. Because if you can feel good for an event, imagine feeling good every day. Imagine waking up and knowing what to put on. Imagine waking up and looking at yourself, walking past the mirror and being like, dang, I like how I look. I like how this feels. I feel better about myself. I feel confident. I feel powerful. I feel sexy. That's what this can help you to do. Okay. So thank you, Ashane. So this is a book. If you enjoyed it, like I said, this gives you a full breakdown. This is where you go to when you're ready to completely revamp your style. Okay. This is not for an event. This is like I'm in a place where I want to discover who I am, what my style is. I want to embody it. I want it to just be all over me. I want to know how to shop. I want to know how to wear the stuff that's in my closet. I want to know how to not feel so stressed out every time I got somewhere to go and get dressed. This is going to help you do that. I think there's actually just one more copy left of this on TikTok Shop right now. So you can purchase it from TikTok Shop. If you're watching me over on YouTube, I will have it in the description box. So you can go and get your copy from there. But y'all, I'm going to share this testimonial and I'm going to share this testimonial with y'all. And then after that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I won't take up too much more of your time. But someone purchased the Own Your Style journal from me a couple of weeks ago, and she was at a place where she was. Yes, I do. D. If you type in Own Your Style, it'll pop right up. So she was in a place where she was transitioning career wise, right? She was leaving a job that she no longer felt fulfilled at. And she was in a place now where she was like discovering herself again. And I don't know if anybody can relate to that feeling of being in a place where you don't know what's next. Like, I've been doing this for so long, but now it doesn't feel good anymore. I don't feel fulfilled in this. It's not giving me what I need. And it can feel scary, not only because you don't know what's next in your life, but it also means that you're discovering yourself again. Thank you, y'all. It means you're discovering yourself. You're discovering new things about yourself. You're being honest about what you want. You're advocating for you, and you are choosing the things that make you feel most aligned with yourself. And one of those things that you might be discovering is your style. Maybe you felt like everybody else has dictated how you should dress and what you should look like and what colors you should wear, but now you're in a place where you get to make that decision for yourself. Thank you. You get to make that decision for yourself. And the journal helps you to define what that looks like on your own terms. Because one thing about me, and you might have picked up on this if you follow me for any length of time, but my job is not to tell you who to be, how to dress, what to look like. I have no interest in doing that because everybody has their own way of expressing themselves. Everybody is unique. Everybody has something that they desire. And my goal, my role in your life, if you choose to work with me, if you buy anything from me, is to help guide you back to yourself and to help you to see that you can trust yourself, help you to see that you can be confident in who you are and who you want to be. You can be confident in your ideas and your creativity. You can be courageous and take a chance on the things that you want, not what I told you that you want, what you want for yourself. Because sometimes people don't need to be told what to do. They just need permission. They just need permission to do it. You just need permission to be yourself. And this helps you to be honest about it. It helps you to give language to what you want, and it gives you the tools and the resources to get what you want. And so that's my approach to branding. That's my approach to personal style. That's my approach to everything, is to help you get back to you and be confident in you. You love that, creative therapist? Thank you. I'm so glad I get this chance to like really introduce myself to some new people and some new faces. Thank you, V Love. Cause that's just really what I desire for people to see. Thank you. Thank you for helping me reach my goal. The bowl goes with my outfit too. But yeah, that's what I'm here to help you do, because I think that's what people want. Like, I think people want to be able to just feel courageous enough to be themselves and to know, like, no, I can actually trust my ideas and I can trust my judgment. And I believe, and y'all let me know how you feel about this. The name of the journal is called the Own Your Style Journal. Let me know how y'all feel about this idea. But I think that what we need right now more than anything is people who are unashamed of who they are and who are bold about who they are, because I think that we have too much of the same. We have too much of people repeating everybody else. We have too much people biting off everybody else, copying everybody else stuff, doing what everybody else is doing. But all the while, you have amazing ideas yourself. You have a different perspective. You have something new to share, or you have something that feels fresh. Or even if you're not doing anything new, because to be honest, most of us aren't doing anything new, but we have our way of doing it, and we have particular people that are going to be attracted to the way that we do it, right? And so I think that the more people that come back to themselves, and this is actually something I'm borrowing from, a phrase that I'm borrowing from LT, Get Your Shift Together, who also helps with people. She helps people to regulate their nervous system so that they can experience the things that they want in life fully. And so if you need something like that, if you need that reset, then make sure you're tapped in with her, because she does an amazing job with that. But I want people to feel more, I want people to be able to come back home to themselves. I want people to feel safe where they are, and not just safe, but I want them to feel confident in where they are. And I think that like that's where I shine, because it's one thing to feel good and to feel confident in yourself. It's another thing to share that with the world. And I think that that's the part. Hey, Keish, I think that's the part where it can maybe feel more scary and more daunting to people. Is like I feel good in who I am. I feel secure, but now the next step is to share that with people. I got to say this out loud. I've done the work privately. I've done the work inside, but now I have to express this. And that might be through your voice, that might be through your style, that might be through your business. And those are the things where it can feel tempting to slip back into following the crowd and following the wave and slipping into what everybody else is doing, because what you're doing feels so counterintuitive and countercultural and different and maybe disruptive. Maybe it feels like it won't be accepted by people. Whatever emotions that you feel about it, that can be what's informing your choices. And so that's what you get here. That's what you get from me. And so, again, if you are just meeting me for the first time today, welcome. I am so glad to have you here. You're going to love it here. Trust me. And I want you to, after this live, I want you to consider what it looks like for you to take action on the things that I have shared today. So whether you're going to do this on the style side, or maybe you're going to do this more on the side of using your voice and sharing an opinion or sharing a perspective that you want people to hear from you. Whichever one it is, whichever side of the coin you're on, I want you to choose to take action on something that I've shared today. And I want you to see for yourself how it feels to be courageous. Okay. I was raised by a man and he did his best to advise me on style, but I needed it from a woman. Facts. Facts. Thank you, Jada. I feel like this live found me at the right time. Thank you, D. And you've been here since the beginning. You like really took a chance on me because you didn't know what I was going to talk about. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, y'all. I had so much fun. I hope this made you feel excited to go into your closet. Last thing that I want to say is that if you do end up taking my advice, tag me. Mention me in your video. Even if I'm not actually in the video, you don't have to use a clip of me, of my face, or nothing like that. Just if I inspired you to take action in some way, tag me in your videos. I'm gonna absolutely share it every single time. I'm gonna cheer you on in the comments. Repost it if I can, because I love rewarding people for being courageous and taking a chance on themselves. So anything that I've inspired you to do, tag me in it. And yeah. Do you make clothes for people? No, no, ma'am. I don't make clothes for people anymore. I did start out with design. I've played around with what it would look like to get back into it, but if I'm being honest, I enjoy designing clothes, and I love being able to have the creative freedom to create what I want, but I enjoy showing people how to do that themselves more than I enjoy doing it as a service. So I took a step away from it. only only me and my dreams. Or making clothes. Should men with big bellies tuck their shirts in if they want to? If they want to. I think the bigger problem is that you just got to get the right waist size. If your pants are cutting off circulation, like that's the problem. I make clothes only for you. I'm crying. Who was it? Becky told me that she gonna send me a blanket. Don't send me that blanket. It took me like a year, legit, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. It took me a year to make that purple dress. Unless you want your stuff in 2030, mm-mm, don't do it. Don't do it. One day I will share like what like that last experience was for me that like pushed me over the edge. You know, like it let me know, mm-mm, Actually, I don't want to do this. Start making my way. What year need to be done by? What year? All right, y'all. Do y'all have any other questions for me? Baby will manifest your husband. It might could. It might could. Any other questions for me, y'all? Anything? What did we mentioned something, I forgot to write it down. That I said that I was gonna do. Y'all said y'all wanted me to do a video about. Maybe I have to go back through and listen. It was something about, I think it was about shopping. I wasn't about shopping your closet or shopping in general. I think that's what I said the next one was gonna be. Yeah, I feel that I used to try to make crafts for people, but yeah, like it is it's a whole thing to it. It's a whole thing to it. And to be honest, I'm not turned off by the idea of making things for people in general. That's not a true statement. The truer thing would be, I want to be in control of what that looks like, and I don't want it to go past what I'm willing to make, if that makes sense. So I think that if I ever got back into designing, it would be more like a customizing thing, and and alterations, to a sense, where I'm create there's like I have like guidelines around what I'm willing to do. And yeah, I think that's the gist of it. Making sure that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, you should make something for me. But I realize I enjoy supporting and helping harness the power of it. Yeah. Yeah, I can really understand that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a whole story, and I'll definitely share it one day if I feel like y'all care. Um, I'll share it with y'all because I think that it was a good lesson for me. And it's something that, like I said, I've played around with what it would look like to get back into it, but as of right now, no, no. I do little things here and there, but that's it. Okay. I don't think that I think that we're good on questions, right? We're good. We know to go to my YouTube to watch the full replay of this. Um, and I think that's everything. I think that's everything. I had a great time with y'all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Everybody that stayed, tapped the screen, gave gifts. We are almost at 15,000 taps. That is amazing, y'all. Thank you so much. Everybody whose thumbs was putting in work. I didn't even trip off the fact that we had got that close. So I really appreciate y'all. Everybody that's liking over here on YouTube, that stopped by and hung out with me. I appreciate it. I will be back next week, next Thursday, around the same time. So you can look for me around 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Once I remember what the topic was that y'all said y'all wanted me to finish, I will announce it so that you know what to look for next, unless something else comes up that's maybe more pressing. But in the meantime, if y'all do have questions for me or something that comes up after this live, you can DM me. You can comment on my videos, because this whole video was inspired by somebody asking me a question. Somebody DM me and ask for my advice. And so you might end up getting a whole video dedicated to your question. You never know. So don't be afraid to ask. All right. Oh, we made it to 15K. Yay! Brr, 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 brr. Thank y'all so much. I am so glad I've inspired you, and I'm glad you made it live, Designer Glow. It's good to see you. All right, y'all. Let me shut these down over here on YouTube, and then I'll come over here to TikTok. So thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for joining. If you are catching this in the replay, make sure you have responded to my requests that I made throughout this video, because I will definitely be responding to you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, boom.